Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Hey, we're taking a look at March's affiliation knife. Yep, this is the knife I got via my affiliation with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. You guys use that affiliate code. I get a little bit of a commission. I turn that right around and buy knives to give away on the channel. And this is March's knife, the Kershaw Federalist. USA made Kershaw Federalist, by the way. But check this out, this really nice looking linen micarta. Now, I'm going to play a little game with you guys. All right, you got to leave me your answer in the comments if you would. But everywhere, including the write-up on Kershaw's website, calls this green linen micarta. Now, on that same Kershaw website, right next to the write-up, they give you a specs list. And on the specs list, it says tan. I see tan. What do you see? Do you see tan or do you see green? Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, really nice linen micarta. It's actually got a little bit more grip than what I have seen or experienced from linen micarta. It's a little bit more grippy, and I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, you guys know I like micarta anyway, but from my experience, linen micarta tends to be a little slicker than some, but not this. It's really, really nice. Got a GFN backspacer on it. Got a lanyard hole. Stainless liners. Obviously, you can see there's no pocket clip because this is a double detent knife. And then you've got the kind of sort of shield style pivot cap there. So overall, I am really, really digging the look of the Federalist. Absolutely 100%. You do have a nail nick there. That is your opening method. Now, before I go any further, I will tell you that in using this knife, the pivot did loosen up on me. So I did have to tighten the pivot back up. Now, I have it set. I have the pivot set so there is no blade play in this, just past that point where there is no blade play. And it is a little stiff to open. But, you know, for some people that may be a little bit less interested in slip joint knives because they're afraid they might come shut or whatever the case may be, that kind of, for me, helps alleviate that. You do have a half stop and then full open, of course. And like I said, this is a double detent knife made in the USA, CPM 154 blade steel. You kind of have a nice light stone-washed finish on it. I like the way that looks. Good looking blade, nice little belly here. Overall profile, that's a pretty darn good looking knife to me. I really, really like the look of this. Now, like I said, for some of you that don't care for slip joints, you know, and maybe, you know, I've had several comments that they're concerned about it coming shut on you. I mean, yes, if you put downward pressure on that blade, it's definitely going to come shut. But with this one set, you'd have to put some decent pressure on it to get it to break that detent. Not a lot of pressure, but definitely more than others I've seen. We'll just put it that way. But overall, it's a really, really nice looking knife. All right, so let's get our spec check out of the way. So overall, what are we looking at? We're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7.5 fully open. Looking at roughly about 4 1/4 on the handle, which is going to give you 3 1/4 on the blade. And your cutting edge is still pretty much right about that 3 1/4 inches. Grip length, you're looking at roughly about 3.5 inches. And that's kind of how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. Now, you guys know the 3.5 inch grip is really like money for me. And it's no different on this one. Fantastic grip, but I'll get into that here in a minute. There it is up against the PM2. And, of course, our bug out. Overall length, pretty close to the bug out, which I like. I like that size. Let's get a weight on it real quick. Now, it doesn't have a pocket clip, so I'll tell you, I was kind of slip carrying this. It was kind of the dual pocket slip that our good friend Shadowborn Hanks, JD Shadow, makes. 2.2, so not too bad. A little bit heavier than what your bug out is. So 61 grams. But it's got a really nice weight to it. I enjoyed carrying this. Now, woo, throw it down. Don't do that. Now, with these guys, these knives, I do use them a bit. I don't use them a lot because I intend to turn right around and give them away, like I do a lot of knives. But these are a little bit more special. Now, I will tell you one thing. The edge on this, it was not great. We'll just put it that way. So I did run it over a ceramic rod just to kind of hone it up a little bit. What it did fine. It honed up, no problem. But the original edge, it just, yeah, it wasn't really there. So I had to do a little bit to it. So whoever ends up getting this knife, well, you know, you can put your edge on it how you see fit. And that's usually what I do with pretty much most of the knives I give away. But, all right, the overall. Ergonomically, this knife is fantastic. I really, really like the way this knife feels in hand. It's fairly slender. It's probably pretty close to the bug out as far as overall. Yeah, it's pretty close. I don't know. My poor calipers. You can never read them. What's it say? 0.391. So right about 0.4. Nice, slender handle. The fit and finish is fantastic. There's no rough edges anywhere. It's just really well done. And the overall, you do have kind of a cutout here for your index finger. My other 3 fingers lay down. Obviously, I do get a full 4-finger grip on it with just a little bit left over. But I really, really like the way this knife feels. And as you can see, you see how my thumb is placed there. If I push down, I will put a little bit of pressure on it. But the way my thumb sits, that's about all I can do. So just have to be aware of the knife, type of knife, and everything you're using. Fit and finish, terrific. Like I said, I did have to work on the edge a little bit. Just a ceramic rod, nothing crazy. And then I did have to tighten the pivot back up. The pivot did work its way loose. Now, it is not Loctited because, again, I plan on giving this knife away. Whoever gets this knife can Loctite it or set it exactly how they want it. That's just how I do it. You can put your edge on it how you want it, and you can tighten up the pivot and put it however you want it as well. I mean, overall, the Federalist 154 CM, this really nice micarta, USA made. These guys sell for right around $105. That's where I'm kind of stuck on that a little bit too. Materials, USA made, you know, it's probably right in what you're probably going to pay for any other of that type of knife, really. It's not, the price isn't bad. I know it's over $100. Would I like to see it under $100? Absolutely. I absolutely would. I'd like to see it more in that 85 to 90 range, but that's where it's set. 105 is what you're going to pay for this guy. Not this one. Somebody will get this one. But that's just what we do here. But overall, guys, I really, really enjoyed the Federalist quite a bit. It was great to use ergonomically. It's a really well done knife. Little issues, you know, but it's nothing that's like a make or break for me. I mean, some knives, the pivot loosens up. All right, so I can set it the way I want it and Loctite it. No big deal. The edge, I was a little bit bummed on the edge that came on it. Like I said, I hit it on a ceramic rod, and it worked out pretty well. So nothing too crazy there either. I guess what it's basically going to boil down is, for those of you that, you know, like slip joints or double detent knives like this one, I think you may enjoy the Federalist. Price-wise, that's completely, you know, you have to make that determination for you. I can't make that for you. So, I just kind of throw out there what I think, and, you know, for USA made, yeah, it's probably where you're going to see it normally. Would I like to see it a little bit lower? Sure. But it is what it is. And for all intents and purposes, it's a pretty darn good knife. I enjoyed it quite a bit, as I said. So, just remember, guys, we'll be, after this post, you know, we'll wait a little while, a week and a half, whatever strikes me. And then, you know, I'll just turn right around and give it away. You guys know what to do. So, as always, really appreciate you checking out the Federalist. Let me know down in the comments, 1, whether you think this is green or tan, and 2, just your overall thoughts of the Federalist. Please, share them with me. Love to talk to you about them. As always, remember, like, subscribe. Please leave me that comment. As always, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.